Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I can tell you everything you need to know within those 5 minutes. I am a national tax expert in IRS resolution matters. I have worked at IRS for a decade. I have been in private practice for 40 years. I have been doing this for 50 years. Many of you have come to me because you've seen me on national TV. I've been on national TV and interviews a lot, probably maybe 10 times in the last 3 months, something like that. I'm a well-known figure in the tax resolution industry. So welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm hoping to get a subscription at the end. People ask why you need subscriptions. Well, on anybody, you always see click here, click here, click here, like that. YouTube values you. YouTube values you as a consumer when you watch people, and when you give them likes and subscriptions, it helps that person if that person has value. But anyway, today I hope you can look at my website and see my team of former IRS agents at 777irs.com, and you can see all my national news interviews. You know, I'm asked a lot this question. You know, I have a really bad IRS auditor or agent looking at my audit and I don't know what to do. How can I stop this? I have a lot of people trying to do self-representation, and self-representation is good and it's bad. On small cases, it's good. As long as you have good records, represent yourself. I've been doing this for 50 years. People call me all the time and they say, hey, Mr. Sullivan, when in fact should I get representation and when shouldn't I? Well, you should get representation when you got a terrible pit in your stomach. When you have confidence in your records, go in yourself. Nothing at all wrong with that. I'm honest to tell you and give you that advice. Not everyone needs to be represented, but if you got that old ugly pit there that you're scared and someone's worried, that's when you draw a line in the sand. But let's just say you've got a stinky auditor. That's a nice name to say your auditor sucks. You're having a hard time with that auditor. They're giving you a hard time at every move. What in fact do you do at that point in time? Well, there's something very easy you can do. Very easy. Just say, hey, give me a final report and let me take it to appeals. So the agent at that point, whenever that agent wants to close the case, will just issue a final report. That's it. Stop dealing with the agent. A lot of them, I'd say about a third of them, give you pretty much a stinky hard time. Well, there's a way out of it. Hey, agent, give me a final report. I'm going to take it to appeals. Usually, once again, usually, when you go ahead and you find the new agent appeals, they're going to be nicer. They want to close the case. They'll deal with the facts there, and they're probably not going to give you as much of a hard time. Their job is really to close the case independently, just to look at the facts and close it. They're not usually as argumentative. They're nicer. They've been around a while, and they know if they don't settle the case may end up in tax court, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to mess around with going to tax court. So when you get that agent giving it a hard time, just say, hey, give me a final report. I think I'm going to appeals. But remember, when you go to appeals, it's time sensitive. I think there's a 30-day letter they issue. You have to make sure you send out certified that you want to the Office of Independent Appeals to go ahead and look at your case. And then when you do, you get a fresh start with someone a lot more nicer and usually someone a lot more experienced, and generally they're happy to settle the case. A lot of times you have newer agents that have been released in the IRS and they're just too picky. They're a pain in the butt. They're just tough to work with. You don't need that. Go to the more experienced person. This information is really good for you. Give me, please, a subscription if you would, a like or a comment. You got the best information when you got a stinky auditor. Have a good one.